6 o'clock. We'll get this meeting started. Want to start off with Mark leading us on a quick invocation, please? If you can stand.
Father, we thank you for today again, and we thank you for the service of our elected officials, and we just ask you to bless them and their families.
Moving on to public hearing. Public hearing to receive comments from the public on the proposed budget for the fiscal year of 2021, 2022. And I'll go ahead and call this public meeting at 6:01. And if nobody's here to, or you want to, Mark?
I'll just comment, since no one's here, real quick, that the budget continues as y'all approved in the budget workshops and made recommendations, and because of that, the tax rate remains the same, and continue on.
Thank you, Mark. At this time, I'll close this particular public hearing at 6:02 and open up a public hearing to disseminate information concerning the storm water program and receive input from the public. And it's 6:02. Mark, you have something to say on that?
Yes, sir. Once a year we do this, and just mainly for public's information. Our stormwater drains anywhere from Henderson Road south will eventually drain into the Brownsville Ship Channel. There's a place, not really at Henderson Road, but a little bit to the north of Henderson Road, that it all drains to the north and ends up in the Arroyo Colorado. As you know, keeping our waters clean is a very, very important thing. And so we do some mail outs. We put in various times on the water bill things to remind people to not things in the drains, don't cover the drains, to be sure they don't pour chemicals into those drains, because it ends up in those locations. And so we do that regularly. We also do some signage around. You'll notice by our drains we have you can see a blue mark. Just to mark that, we need to keep those storm inlets free of debris. They're called button markers, and it's part of what we do. We also try to do on a quarterly basis, pull our street sweeper out and sweep the streets. As you get that dust and film off of the streets, it prevents all of that from going into the inlets as well. So we do quite a bit of things for that. UTRGV, which is who we're contracted with every year to help monitor this, they have student classes that come out, and during the rain, we'll monitor the outflows as it goes out and test it. Something that we have to do. Everything comes out good so far. They also go to the schools and work with the students to teach them about that as well. One of the things people do that shouldn't do is throw their grass out in the street and then it's washed into those inlets. You know, they should keep that debris in their own yards. A lot of people do not do that. We try to catch them and help them to educate them that that's a no-no because it could clog up drains, even though it's a little bitty blade of grass, but one blade of grass becomes bunches of blades of grass and then causes problem. If there's any chemicals on it, could harm. If there's a large amount of that, a little amount of chemicals will not harm, but large could. So anyway, that's what the stormwater is about. And used to, we didn't have to do any of this, but as city grows and you have more runoffs from your city, have to do this. And it's a whole report that we send in on an annual basis, and just need to report on that. So if you got any questions, be glad to try to answer.
Thanks for explaining that. I see them when I go for runs. I see the little blue things. I was always wondering what that was.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The other ones, I think they took some of them down. We will put them back up once Henderson Road is done. But where the Resaca crossing is, we have signs there as well, because that's another source, even though that source kind of goes a different direction with the way the Resacas feed throughout the system. But we have signs there that, you know, don't put pollution into those as well. So I'd forgotten to mention that.
Thank you, Mark. So as of this time, we don't have any other public comments, so I'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Number 2, to disseminate information concerning the stormwater program and receive input from the public. It's at 6:07. Moving on to action items. The first action item is consideration and action to approve the minutes from September 14th, 2021. Do I get a motion? Motion has been made. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second motion has been made at this time. All those in favor signify by saying aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye. All those who oppose do the same. Motion carries.
Mr. Mayor, can I make a comment?
Yes, sir, you sure can.
Corrections or additions to the minutes, you can just say the minutes stand as read. If there are corrections or additions, then you can vote. This is just a little time-saving device if you care to use it.
Thank you very much. I'll take that into consideration. Moving on to action item number 2, consideration and action to approve a service agreement with the University of Texas Health Science Center. Do I get a motion? Or is there a motion?
Texas Health Science Center, as stated.
Okay, motion has been made.
I'll go ahead and second.
I'm sorry, was that somebody who made a second? Okay. Second is Polo? You seconded? Okay, Polo seconded. Is there any discussion or comments in regards to this action item?
Do we already have an agreement with these people, Mark?
Yes, sir. It's just a continuation of that every year. We had they had told us verbally that it would be 60,000, just like it's been the last 3 years, I believe. So that's what was put in the budget. Since then, we finally got the agreement to get it passed.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
Okay, if there's no further questions or comments, we'll go ahead and vote. All those who approve signify by raising your hand or saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose do the same. The motion carries. Action item number 3, consideration and action to approve the first reading of ordinance 528, adopting the budget for fiscal year 2021 and 2022. Is there a motion at this time?
I so move.
Okay, motion has been made. Motion has been seconded. All those in favor signify by raising your hand or say aye. Aye. All those who oppose do the same. And motion carries. Action item number 4, consideration and action to approve the first reading of ordinance 527, approving the 2021 tax roll and levy. Levying municipal ad valorem tax for the use, benefit, and support of the city and directing the assessment and collection thereof. Is there a motion for this action item?
I so move.
Okay, motion has been made by Commissioner Narvaez, seconded by Commissioner Lopez. Any questions or comments in regards to action item number 4? All those who agree, raise your hand and signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And all those who oppose, do the same. Motion carries. Moving on to action item number 5, consideration and action to approve the first reading of ordinance 530, an ordinance of the city of Los Fresnos, Cameron County, Texas, amending chapter 32, parks, libraries, and other city facilities, article 2, particle use restrictions, section 32, 22 hours of operation, section 3223, parking at park and pool complex. Is there a motion on action item number 5? Okay, motion has been made by Commissioner Ortiz,
I'll second.
seconded by Commissioner Narvaez. Any questions or comments in regards to action item number 5? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye and raise your hand. Aye. And all those who oppose, do the same. And motion carries. At this time, it's 6:11. I consider this meeting